Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters, 12 tribes of Israel scattered all over the earth. Let me take this moment to say Shabbat Shalom. Sorry about the technical issues that we have here with this trying to blow the shofar, have it taped and try to play it back. And for some reason, just wouldn't do it. So, we just have to thank YAHUAH for the time. And we're going to have to try to find some other method of doing this. But, my brothers and my sisters, we just want to thank YAHUAH. And as we say, we just want to say Shabbat Shalom to everyone. And we trust that you're having, a pleasant, very pleasant Shabbat. Praise His holy name. For our time tonight, this Shabbat afternoon, we're going to be talking about the prepared, unprepared man. The prepared, unprepared man. And we just want to say, for those of you who are coming in this live session, we ask that you just come prayerfully and come, ready to receive Yahuwah's word. Praise His holy name. Praise His name. We're going to be looking in the passage in Luke chapter 12 and verses 13 through 21. And we're going to be looking at a parable that YAHUAH gave, and my brothers and my sisters, as we think about, how people are today, how people are so taken up, with the things of the world, material wealth. Everybody want to get rich. My brothers and my sisters, I would love to get rich too, financially. Because I know exactly what I would do with that money. The plan that I would, that I have, that I would use that money for. My aim, my desire is to set up some schools that, could teach people the word and, and especially teaching people about our Hebrew, our Hebrew background and everything, and how, as a people that YAHUAH has chosen to be His own, people need to know that. People need to know that. And, there are a lot of hungry children all over the world that are not getting attention. I would like to help some of those children too. And some of the people that have special needs, I would like to help them. So nothing is wrong with riches, as long as it is used, in a way that YAHUAH will be glorified. So we thank you, all of our listening friends. There are those in Africa, in Asia, in Europe, in South America, those in the Caribbean islands, now those here in the United States. And anywhere you are that you are listening to this live stream, we just want to pray and trust that you'll be blessed as we look into the scripture and just share. What I'm going to do is just basically look through the scripture there and share some things with us, because I want to learn it too. Okay, even though I'm teaching it, I'm learning it too. Okay, so praise be to YAHUAH. Praise be to YAHUAH. In the passage, from Luke 13 through 21, we're going to look at it from this standpoint, and at least I divided it up into 3 sections. And if you look at the beginning, you see, like from verse 13, where it's a certain man, Yahushua was at a place, right? And this man came and wanted Yahushua to talk to his brother, to share his wealth. It wasn't his wealth, it was his brother's. And he wanted him to share it with him. Apparently he might have approached him, it's a parable, but we're just looking at it from a standpoint that, and people do approach people, whether they're friends, loved ones, family members, or, and they see someone with something, people basically don't like other people to have things and they don't have. So there's an envious feeling, people who are envious of what other people have, are covetous, are, people who have, they have it, but they want more. They never have enough. And so here is Yahushua talking back to the man, and Yahushua want to know who made him, to be a divider. He said, that's your brother's road, it's not mine, who made me, to mediate between you both, whatever he had is his. Okay, if you don't have it, try to go work for some, hey, don't covetousness, you want somebody to have it, and then you want to get some of it. But in verse 16, Yahushua speaking a parable unto them, unto the people, right? That wanted the wealth. So listen to this. He said, and he spake a parable in verse 16. And I'm naming this section, verses 16 through 19. I'm naming this that as a title, right? That this man, right? Are not just this one man, but the people in general, okay, who have that attitude that it was prepared. This man was prepared to live physically, right? But unprepared to live spiritually. And so in verse 16 he said, listen what he said here. And he spake or spoke a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man. Remember, a parable, no name is called. In a parable, no name is called. If one person's name is called, then it ceases to be a parable. That's the rules of interpreting a parable. When it's a parable, there's no name. You always come up with a certain man or a certain woman, okay? A certain boy, a certain girl, or whatever. But he said, and he spake this parable, said to them, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. I mean, the man was a farmer, right? So refer to him as a rich farmer, right? And this rich farmer now, it doesn't show anywhere that he made any kind of provision to help others. All he's thinking about is himself. My brothers and my sisters, we have to make sure that we don't become so selfish and we think all we think about is me, what I can get. It's like saying me, myself, and I. We have to be careful. So this man, he's a farmer, and he planted a lot of whether wheat or barley or whatever vegetable or whatever he planted. But he had a great crop. A great crop. And in verse 17, he thought to himself. And he thought within himself, my brothers and my sisters. And listen what he said. No, man, what shall I do? What shall I do? Man, look at grains. I have the grain elevators right there to, you know what? Look at my storehouse. My storehouse is filled. Right here, it's filled. So you want to know, what shall I do? Because I have no room to tell you how much the crop multiplied. If you notice that this man, he doesn't sit down and say to YAHUAH, thank you for blessing me in such a way. You know, say that. All he's thinking about is himself. Me, myself, and I. So he said, what shall I do? He said, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. My brothers and sisters, then listen what he said. And he said, this will I do. So he came up with a plan. And the plan is that he's going to pull down his barns. The present barn that he had, he's going to pull it down. And then what he's going to do? He's going to build a greater, he's going to build a bigger one. He said, and there I will bestow all my fruits and my goods. The barn that he had is too small. He has so much that he just running over. He have nowhere to. Oh my goodness, he said. This, you notice that this man didn't call his neighbors and his friends, and especially the ones who help him and work for him. He didn't say anywhere there where he called in this problem. Nowhere where this man called out to friends and neighbors and loved ones and say, you know, do you know anybody who is in need? I have so much, and if I don't do something with it, it's going to spoil. He could very well do with the barn that he had. All he had to do is give the extra to charity or to someone, but he wouldn't do it. He would not do it. He think about himself. So his plan now, okay, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to just go ahead now. Man, I said, I'm going to go tear this old barn that I have down here, and I got to put something bigger, something greater that he'll be able to bestow to store his fruits and his goods. And listen how foolish this man is. As we look in verse 19, look how foolish this man is. He said, and I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease. Eat, drink, and be merry. Does it sound like someone, you know? A lot of people like that. All they think about is here and now. Here and now. I have enough money. I have everything I need to live right now. He don't say, I tell you what, I'm going to invite my friends over. I'm going to ask the priest or someone come over and let's have some prayer and some Bible study. Let's sing some songs. Let's eat and share and just give them some, you know, so that they can help other people, and invite everybody who you can and just, you know, help others. But all he think about is himself. He's going to build a brand new barn. He's going to store his goods. And now when he finishes, You know, I have enough goods that will last for many years. I have enough. Then you're going to say, no, my soul, have your ease. Have your ease. Is it, look, I have nothing to worry about. I'm not hungry. Man, I'm not even thinking about them people out there who are hungry too. I'm not thinking about them. I'm thinking about me. Eat, drink, and have a good time. Be merry. Be happy. That's not happiness. Happiness is different from merriness. Okay? Happiness is different from merriness. Okay, when you're happy, you'll be merry too. But just being merry, anybody can be merry. You know, you're having a jolly time, you know. But that's empty. If it's just dealing with something physical. So here this man, he was prepared to live physically. But while he was living, spiritual process of the life is far away from his thought. He wasn't thinking about that. He wasn't even thinking about that. In verse 20, this man, he was prepared to die physically. He was prepared to die physically. Because you know that when you start eating and drinking and being merry, over a period of time, you're going to die. You're not going to... He probably wasn't even thinking about that. He probably wasn't thinking about it. Because if he was thinking about that, in the parable here, he's prepared. And one day he's going to die. But he was unprepared to live spiritually. You don't think about the afterlife. You don't think about the afterlife. My brothers and sisters, don't let anybody fool you. There is an afterlife. When a person passes away, no matter what they do, they could chop the body up, they could burn the body, they could take some of it and go to dump some in England and dump some in New York and dump some in Jamaica and dump some in South America. It don't matter where you dump it. That body's YAHUAH going to put it back together. Because you see, is the inner man, the soul. Is the soul that it counts. And that this just holding the real me. This body here. You're going to decay. You're going to die. But it's what within this body is the important thing. So, he said, but YAHUAH said unto him, remember it's a parable, right? While he's planning his big thing and how we're going to live and so on, here, YAHUAH said to him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then who shall all these things be which thou hast provided? You see what happened, my brothers and sisters? People can plan. They can make plans and they can do anything they want to do. But at the final analysis, is the life you live that counts. The preparation you make for the life after, that counts. Those who die and buried, if they were living a life for YAHUAH, when he returns, my brothers and my sisters, and the people say, oh, you're not coming back. Oh, yeah. He said he's coming back to set up his kingdom, and they're going to be a new earth, a new heaven and a new earth. Everything going to be changed, my brothers and sisters, and you're going to have everything new. And I'm telling you what, I'm preparing my soul, myself, so that I can be a part of that Yahuwah has gone to prepare. Don't let anybody tell you that it's over when your flesh is out of you. But no, he says coming back and he's going to set up his kingdom. And I believe that, and I want to be a part of that. So I am making provision for that. So my brothers, my sisters, listen what he said here. Yahuwah said to him, but all that he's doing, the but is a conjunction. But Yahuwah said to him, thou fool, thou fool, thou fool. What he said? Thou fool. This night, you're going to die. In other words, he didn't know that death was around the corner. He didn't know that. He think he may have many more years to live. Thou fool. This night, thy soul shall be required of thee. Then, in other words, you're going to die. And when you die, all these things that you have in your barn, all this brand new barn that you built, and all the big party that you made, and all your friends and all them, you know what? You cannot take your barn with you. You cannot take your wealth with you. Everything is left back here. Everything is left. Those of you who believe in the afterlife, okay, and you think that the afterlife means that you can bury your stuff with you and you're going to get it back. You're going to have it to, you know, you even have your servants and your people that they kill them and put them in the grave with you so that you'll have them. My brothers and sisters, there's an afterlife. But none of those things are going to happen. None of those things are going to work for you. None. Absolutely zilch. Okay? They ask the question here. The things that you labor hard for, the things that, all the effort that you put in for selfish reasons, you have to leave them. And he asks the question, then, after you die, who this thing belong to. So here he was. He was prepared to live physically, but not prepared to live spiritually. In verse 20 here, this man was prepared to die physically, because he got to die, but unprepared to die spiritually. He did have no, you know, he have no inclination, no plan for the hereafter and for the spiritual life. Then the third place, this man, he was prepared to reap earthly harvests, but he was unprepared to share the heavenly riches. Hear what Yahuwah said to him. But in verse 20, but Yahuwah said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? And in verse 21, he said, so is he that lays up treasure for himself and is not rich toward Yahuwah. In other words, you plan and you lay up everything that you want for yourself. That's, you know, your selfish motive, selfish attitude. I have some, give me some more. He blesses me, I want more. And we're not thinking about others. All we're thinking about is about us. We're thinking about us, my brothers, my sisters. Just us, me, myself, and I. Here this man, prepared to reap, you know, the earthly harvest, the riches, everything that he can get. Here now. Here and now. But, my brothers, my sisters, he don't have no plan. He has no plan for future. As far as the relationship is with Yahuwah. It's important, my brothers, my sisters, that we build upon a relationship with Yahuwah. And he made it so easy for us to do it. When he sent his son, YAHUAH, to be born and to grow to be a man and to suffer and to die for us. Don't let his death be in vain, my brothers, my sisters. So is he that lays up treasure for himself, selfish attitude, and is not rich towards Yahweh. In other words, he has no spiritual relationship with Yahweh. He has not tasted of Yahweh's favor as far as that relationship. He doesn't taste of the favor for the natural food, for the natural thing. He didn't get his riches just by himself. Yahuwah gave everybody's wealth. Everybody can get it. You know? And we don't know how and what he did behind the scene. But we know that his barn was overflowing because he had great harvest. And instead of doing something positive, he said, I'm going to tear this barn that I have down now. I'm going to build a new one. I'm going to make sure that I have enough store for many years. And then I'm going to sit back and I'm going to eat. I'm going to tell my soul to take its ease. Relax. Relax. I'm rich. I'm a millionaire. I don't need to worry about anything. I have enough physical riches. I have it. I'm going to live a social, healthy, strong life. I'm gonna stack up some drinks and, you know, kill some animals and just have party as often as I can, just to show the people how rich I am. And then the people that he invites, you know, they're not the poor people, they're the rich people like himself who don't need anything. Why don't you get some people? Why doesn't he go get some people who are poor and bring them in and feed them and just let them enjoy some of his riches? No, I'm going to build a new barn. I'm going to enjoy everything that I had. Not realizing that he's going to die soon. Not realizing that his soul is not be with Yahuwah.
You're going to die this night.
None of us know the time or the season. Well, my brothers and my sisters, let me say this. We need to set ourselves in a position where, while we're enjoying the things of earth, that our hearts and our lives right with YAHUAH. We're ready to meet him, ready to go when he calls us. You and I don't know when our lives going to be taken. It's not ours. It is not ours. We just have it. We on borrowed time. It's not ours. Don't run around and brag and act like, oh, this is my life, I can't do anything with it. No, it belongs to YAHUAH.
He said, this night thy soul shall
be required of thee.
And he said, then
who's all these things that you've provided, who gonna get it? Who gonna get it?
These things that you provided, who
gonna get it?
I tell you who gonna get it. If your family members
who's gonna come fighting for it. If you didn't make any plan with a will, you go into the government, they're gonna get it.
They're gonna litigate
and get it. Somebody gonna get it, but not you, because you cannot use it in the grave.
And then you're gonna be with the devil
anyhow, and his angels.
The Bible said that.
Torment. Oh, you were living physically and you, oh man, life was so good, but now, what happened when you were in torment?
He says, so is he.
Anyone who gives himself over to laying up treasures for himself,
and his
relationship is not right with YAHUAH. Anyone can happen to who does not have a relationship with YAHUAH. My brothers, my sisters, this man,
he was prepared.
This man was prepared, my brothers, my sisters, to live physically.
But while he was living,
he was unprepared to live
spiritually. He was prepared to live and to die
physically. As what, okay, what is it, my brothers? So why is you living? You know, death is going to come one way or the other. But when you die, you should have a relationship with YAHUAH. My brothers, my sisters, you should have a relationship with him. You prepare to reap earthly harvest, but unprepared to share in YAHUAH's heavenly riches. My brothers, my sisters, please
take heed unto yourself and make sure that
your life is well, is right, and that YAHUAH is going to be glorified in everything you do. Praise his holy name. In everything you do, my brothers, my sisters, make sure that your life is right. YAHUAH wants you to give
yourself
to him.
My brothers and sisters. and to give yourself to Him
in a way that His name will be glorified. His name will be praised. And my brother, my sister, whatever you do here on earth, if you're living and you are doing something just to help yourself, and you're not helping others, just yourself, and you are rich with the earthly things, but you're not rich towards Yahuwah, my brothers and my sisters, you're going to be disappointed. And Yahuwah is asking you, my brothers and my sisters, is asking you to give yourself to Him totally. Don't waste your life trying to accumulate, earthly wealth and neglect the opportunity that He gives you to build a relationship with Him. We're going to ask you, my brothers and my sisters, to have a blessed Shabbat. We're going to ask to be a blessing to someone today and walk with the King. Shalom.